Let me ask you the last question, Sadhguru.
That's sounding like a threat to me.
No, no. This is a student asking a teacher. What does happiness mean to you? and I guess there's a subset to this question. Does happiness mean differently to everybody? Is there a universal definition of happiness?
See, if you become pleasant in your body, we call this health. If this becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call it peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we can say you're happy or joyful or something. If your emotions become pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this bliss. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If our surroundings become pleasant, we call this success. Only to make surroundings pleasant, we need to seek the assistance of other people, other forces, various skills to be gathered, all this to create pleasantness in our surroundings. But to make this body, this mind, this emotion and energy pleasant is 100% your business, isn't it? So, instead of looking for definition of happiness, let me put it this way. Do you want your experience of life pleasant or unpleasant?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. How pleasant? As much as possible or 50% will do?
Adequately pleasant. Doesn't have to be as much as possible.
Huh? As much as possible.
Yeah.
That means you are thinking of how to be ecstatic. But now you're settling for happiness because you've given up on ecstasy. Many people have given up on happiness
For ecstasy.
and they're looking for peace. Many people have given up peace and they will only rest in peace. They are thinking, if I live without any trouble, it's enough. Many people have given up that, inevitably they are in trouble. If the trouble is minimal, it's good enough. I'm saying these are all things that you set up. I'm asking you, as a child, as a youth or even as an adult, whatever is the most beautiful moment of your life in terms of your experience, not in terms of arrangements, not in terms of family, career, this, that, within you, what was the most fantastic moment in your experience? That moment, whatever it was, you are capable of that much experience.
Yeah.
So at least that you must set it as a baseline. How joyful you were in a given moment in your entire life, what was the highest moment? That should be the baseline because you're capable of that. So in your life, if you do not know, if you do not do what you cannot do, no problem. But if you do not do what you can do, it's a disastrous life. This is the disaster, the problem with most human beings. Even what they can do, they're not doing. What is the most joyful, what is the most loving, what is the most ecstatic moment in my life? That should at least be the baseline, isn't it? Because you're capable of that. I'm not asking you to do something that you're not capable of. What you're capable of, if you don't do, somewhere you have not even begun to appreciate the life that you are, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, the grasshopper, the moment his tiny little stomach is full, he's full on. Hello? He's singing away, doing everything that he wants. Your stomach is full, but no. This is a unique human problem. In southern India, even today, it may be there in Indonesia also, probably, in local languages. If you meet somebody in the villages, even today, the only question they'll ask is, "Hapting la?" Utaita. This means, have you eaten? Nobody will ask you, how do you do? No such thing. Because if you have eaten, what other problem can you have?
Yeah.
Other problems are all self-made, it's understood. Suppose I didn't get food to eat, it's a situational issue. I'll have to sort it out. But my stomach is full and I'm not happy. You shouldn't look at the world, you must look at fixing this one, isn't it? So do not set how much percentage of pleasantness you want. Whatever is the highest level of pleasantness you experience, that should become the baseline and we will see if there are bigger things possible. Otherwise, you think this is not a good place to live, you want to go there. Everybody who believes that they are going to a much better place than here, why are they waiting? If they are so sure there is a better place up there and everything there is better than this place, what are you waiting for? At least you must get there before I come because I may take the best accommodation. No, I'm saying we are trying to fill the void of our ignorance with all kinds of beliefs so that we feel confident living here. Because you have not been conscious of your mortal nature. Once in a way, when your friend dies, you look at the funeral and think, oh my God, it could be me. Then it terrifies you. To how to cross this bridge? It doesn't matter, anyway I'm going to that place which is better than this place. If that place is better than this, why are you wasting your time here? You should go. No, that's not how it works, isn't it? So I'm not trying to denigrate anything. All I'm saying is, human intelligence should be used to penetrate the nature of creation and the source of creation, not conclude from somebody else. So always we are looking for an authority of a scripture, of a preacher, of a guru or somebody else who said that, or somebody who we think is God. You're looking for an authority because you have no clue what is the truth. If you make authority the truth, many ugly things will happen. Truth is the only authority. This is yoga. No conclusions. Just seek, develop. You can only genuinely seek when you realize that you genuinely do not know. Then, if you realize I do not know and hold that awareness, seeking, longing and the possibility of knowing are not far away. It's right here. But we are closing the doors upon ourselves and claiming darkness. So, to change this is the goal of Conscious Planet. And we are empowered like never before. Coming back to your first question, this is the first time we can sit here and talk to the entire world. When we have such an opportunity, if we do not create the world that we want to live in, at least start moving in that direction, it shows we don't have enough love in our hearts for the world around us, for the life around us. So this is the best time that way. Otherwise, how could you talk to the whole world? Today, our average video reach annually is around 2.5 billion. Never before anything spiritual has gone like this. I'm saying 8, 10, 12-year-old children are listening by themselves, not forced by anybody. It's never happened.
Amazing.
When I was 12 years of age, nobody could make me listen to anything spiritual, all right? It was simply impossible. But today they are seeking and listening. So you must understand, the more confusion you see in human mind, the more seeking will happen. Confusion is way better than stupid conclusions, because confusion at least brings some humility to a human being. Conclusions bring arrogance to a human being.
Wow.